I think this video applies to me. It's a new video by Boracity magazine. It's called Army YouTube is a Mess. Since I am a YouTuber who is reacting to BTS content, I'm pretty sure I'm going to learn quite a few things on this video. Boracity magazine, her videos are really logical and analytical, so I'm quite excited to see this.
There are different ways to consume BTS content, and depending on which platform you spend the most time, your experience will be different. But being on ARMY TikTok or ARMY Twitter is different from being on ARMY YouTube, because the whole fandom is on YouTube at some point, since almost all BTS's content is in video format. Music videos, live performances, concerts, interviews, behind the scenes, and Run BTS episodes are easily accessible on YouTube, but you still may watch all of this content on YouTube and not necessarily be considered a YouTube ARMY. There isn't an official definition of what a YouTube ARMY is, because these are just...
So people usually separate TikTok ARMY, Twitter ARMY, and YouTube ARMY? I tried to get into the Twitter ARMY space, at least read a few tweets on Twitter, but it's quite hard to sort through what is happening. Why there's so many noise on Twitter, and I saw a lot of toxic comments, so I left.
Internet or fandom terms, but I see that it usually refers to the platform from which you consume BTS content the most. Since most of BTS official content is on YouTube, there isn't really a way to be an ARMY and not watch YouTube, like there's a way to be an ARMY but not have a Twitter or TikTok account. And I think that creates a big problem, because all of BTS content is in this platform, but the platform is a mess. Twitter ARMY is one of the most stressful platforms because there are so many useless conversations, but at least there are conversations. Twitter ARMYs are informed and up to date. It's on Twitter where ARMYs organize basically all of the charity, streaming, and buying projects. TikTok ARMY is highly affected by an algorithm that relates BTS content with K-pop content, creating another mess. But once you find the good accounts and fall into the right algorithm, it can be fun at least. On the other hand, YouTube ARMY is a space that doesn't allow much productive conversation to happen between ARMYs, and instead promotes cloud chasing, BTS reactors, fake BTS edits, and K-pop drama channels.
Wow, what a transition.
And this is gonna be really interesting.
The BTS reaction channel space here on YouTube is a little tricky. I feel like sometimes ARMYs are too harsh on reaction channels, and other times they're too gullible. My first video ever was about BTS reaction channels and how I categorize them. My conclusion was that reaction channels are okay when they are simply genuine and open-minded, but it's been exactly a year since I made that video, and my opinions have changed a little because of two reasons. Number one, there are reaction channels reacting to my videos on controversial topics, showing a new face I didn't expect from them. And number two, J-Hope and J. Cole's On the Street music video has brought a new big wave of BTS reaction channels.
I will say, one of the examples that she showed, Mexine's Family, I really like their reactions. Yeah, her videos are... I also watched Ben Kim reaction videos. His videos are just entertaining to watch. That's why I watch.
And some of these don't seem interested in BTS. They seem interested in ARMY's engagement. And I guess I unintentionally started viewing reaction channels a little more critically, because I now truly see the way ARMYs interact with them. This may sound like a different topic, but let me explain why the extreme and unjustifiable popularity of BTS reaction channels can damage the ARMY space on YouTube. I always see people criticizing the very concept of reaction channels because they are not real content. There's little to non-creative or analytical input in the majority of these videos. People defending reaction channels will talk about good versus bad reaction channels, and they will use channels like Cody and Noel as examples of good reaction channels, but their quote-unquote reactions were more commentary than anything else, and the commentary space is not the same as the reaction space. It's true that their videos were not video essays or comedy sketches, and they were reacting for the first time to other people's content, but they prioritized their commentary.
One of the reasons why I wanted to start a reaction channel was I liked watching reaction channels myself. Every time I watch a movie, I would search the reactions for the movie on YouTube. I used to watch a lot of anime when I was in high school, so every time I would finish a episode that had something interesting happen, I would go on YouTube and I would search the reaction. So I would want to... it's just really entertaining to watch. Seeing people, they share the same experience as you, and seeing their shocked faces is quite entertaining. I knew I enjoyed a reaction channel, so I thought I'm going to start my own reaction channel. that was one of the biggest reasons why I started reaction channels.
And jokes. They even said that they would sit down and react to lots of videos, but if they thought they were not contributing much to the conversation or being entertaining enough, they would not upload the reaction. In other words, they valued the quality of their content. Now, I'm not criticizing every single BTS reaction channel, because there is an entertainment component that I think is just as valid as meaningful commentary. Take this channel for example. He is a typical K-pop YouTuber I talk about in my first video about reaction channels, but he appears more genuine than most I've seen. But the criticism relies on the fact that this type of channels react to so much content that they won't really be able to process all the content they are watching. This channel
when I first started this channel was it 10 months ago? It was first time me listening to BTS. I probably heard BTS songs on radio or by passing by. I've maybe seen their faces somewhere, but I never really listened to it. I knew the name BTS. I knew it was a famous group, but I think 10 months ago, go to my oldest YouTube video, and it was first watching Jungkook. When I was beginning this YouTube channel, I reacted to, it was Blackpink, it was one other group, and maybe 2-3 other groups. And I find it quite hard to keep up with what's happening with other, because just BTS alone, there's so many things happening, and I have also a life outside of this now with school and work and family too, with my gym and my working out, prepping for competitions. So with all that, it's quite hard to keep up and keep an update and actually be interested, like genuinely interested in a certain group. There's no way you can follow like more than 3. I don't think it's impossible, especially with BTS, because they have so much content going on. It's quite hard to keep up. And now me, starting to become interested in BTS and becoming an ARMY, maybe baby ARMY, catching up with all the content. There's so many content out there. There's no way I can keep up with a lot more than maybe 2 groups at most, 2-3 groups. But BTS, as of now, there's so much content to catch up with. And also, it's also a question of, do you actually like the group, or do you not like the group? That was also a big thing.
2 times and he didn't remember watching it before, or he pretended like he didn't watch it just to watch it again. That is what's going to happen when you react to 10 videos a day. Is it going to be entertaining? Sometimes it can be, but it won't be very substantial. Now, if you tell me, who cares if it's substantial or not? I don't want insightfulness, I want entertainment. I would say that is completely fine and valid, but don't treat these reaction channels as more than they are. They are normal people just like you and me, sharing a vague opinion on every topic they can. Supposedly, they are here to be a fan or to learn along with us. They are not the artists, BTS are. And don't tell me that some reactors also make music or something else on the side, because that is not what their audience is following them for. The audience follows them for their reactions to content the audience already likes, and that's something ARMYs need to recognize before deciding whether or not to follow them. But that's not what I see most YouTube ARMYs doing. Sometimes ARMYs see a person saying positive thing after,
and that is why also reaction channels are easier to run than a normal YouTube channel. Before this, I had a different YouTube channel. It was mostly gym content, and I used to do vlogs too. First time coming to like Mongolia, traveling to America, and those types of content are a lot harder to do reaction channels, because if you are doing a reaction channel, well, you're basically sitting in front of you in your room and you're watching a music video or a TV show by yourself in front of the camera. And if you're doing it with your group, it's going to be a lot more fun too, and it's a lot easier than running a normal YouTube channel. Or maybe you have a commentary YouTube channel just like Boracity magazine. This also requires you have to write the script, you're analytical and logical, making and getting all the footages together. My first job ever, well, if you exclude the high school jobs working construction and dishwashing, I was an editor for a TV show. And editing, it is a really hard job, especially if you're sorting through a lot of different footages. You have to download the footages, upload it, and edit it, and then export it. Those also export, import, uploading to YouTube. It takes a lot of time.
Thing about BTS, and that is justification enough to defend these random people we don't really know. Just look at the latest controversy. This reaction channel was rapidly growing after he reacted to On the Street.
I don't even know who the fuck this is. Who is this? The Chinese name?
But some ARMYs noticed that he shares the misogynistic ideas and expresses the hustle culture obsession of the non-misogynist and human trafficker Andrew Tate, while still reacting to BTS and supposedly reading their lyrics and understanding their message.
I'm reading the lyrics, y'all. I'm reading the lyrics. I don't give a fuck about the lyrics.
This guy was writing disgusting things about women on Facebook, a platform he promoted on his BTS reaction videos. After he was called out by some of his subscribers, his response was simply, "Prove I hate women." So someone did. This reached even more people and his response was even worse. He incorrectly used an RM quote about change as an excuse for his behavior. He criticized people for digging up his comments from a long time ago, although the Facebook ones were from only 3 months prior, and the Instagram ones were from just the day before. And in my opinion, the worst decision he made was to, just like Andrew Tate, never ever apologize. He actually kept saying that he won't apologize. He insulted his own subscribers and then deleted tons of comments calling him out and asking for an apology.
Unless you're extremely gullible, these types of reaction channels are quite easy to see, right? Who is actually enjoying the content and who is watching it to watch it in terms of views. And when I was watching reaction channels in the beginning, I was watching maybe favorite movies like Good Will Hunting, Black Swan, Whiplash, or my favorite animes like Sword Art Online. When I was watching in high school, Your Lie in April, I would watch the reactions, and you can just see who actually enjoyed the anime and who's not enjoying the anime, who actually enjoyed watching the movie or not. And there's some obvious people who are not liking the content.
When I see the people that be reacting to me, putting me in a negative light, these girls, they be ugly as hell. They be ugly as hell. It ain't like you a real pretty ass female just like, oh my god, I can't stand the mirror.
His videos and community posts ranting non-stop are all gone, and he's regaining the subscribers he lost. Now, I will normally not care about guys like him, but it honestly surprised me the fact that there were and still are thousands of
This is almost similar to Truman shows. You know, if you watch the Truman Show, it's basically saying people will just watch content for entertainment and they forget about what happened in the past. In Truman Show, in the ending, the big series ends when he finds out the world is fake. He was living inside the TV show and he was the main character. And as soon as the show ended, the people just clicked on and started watching something else. Quite similar to this. If he did something weird in the past, people will unsubscribe to him. But then as soon as people start forgetting, it's going to start regaining the subscribers. Most people are watching for entertainment purposes on YouTube. And no, that's a human need. I don't know if you can blame that or not.
Defending him. If you don't care about BTS's message and
so he mostly reacts to K-pop or just any kind of music content.
Still want to follow guys like this simply because they react to BTS, that is your right, I guess. But I would suggest to not get excited and become a faithful subscriber of every channel reacting to BTS who seems nice. This is just a weird theory of mine, but I've seen it happen so many times. Whenever there's a new charismatic YouTuber reacting to BTS, they will almost automatically gain 10,000 subscribers. Then they will go up little by little, but the fact that those 10,000 subscribers are almost guaranteed is concerning. I understand why it's exciting to see people become armies, but once they start gaining thousands of followers and money, not only from YouTube but from Patreon for content that I barely consider content, then their intentions can change. You may not always notice the real motivations because they are not as dumb as this guy who guided his subscribers to the comments that will eventually harm his channel. But you need to be a little skeptical. Don't subscribe or blindly trust and support every person who seems nice and open-minded. We can be welcoming by giving them information.
Also, when you're doing reactions, you'll have your honest thoughts when you're reacting to something, and there's a second thought that comes into that says, should I say this out loud or not, because it is a criticism towards what I'm watching and I'm going to get negative comments, especially if it's an extreme bias towards a certain member of BTS. I will say something that might come off as a criticism, and the negative comments are quite harsh, and it hurts. It feels like a gut punch. But as time goes, you get used to it. But that is also a thought that I go through. And then something that I realized was, at the end of the day, what actually matters, even though the negative comments hurts, and it's quite easy to always say the positive and nice things, in the long term, what matters the most is being honest and saying what you like and saying what you don't like.
And requests, while at the same time being a tough audience, a nice, welcoming, tough audience. So how can we make sure that we are not following someone who may be like this YouTuber in secret? There's really no way to know, but I personally find it really difficult to subscribe to a channel that has misleading thumbnails or titles, also known as clickbait. I see some armies saying that there are some YouTube channels that clickbait a lot, but they are so nice and respectful in the actual video. And I'm sorry, but you just fell for their tactic. Let's learn something from this situation. Once a YouTube reaction channel starts getting clicks and money, their honest interest in BTS may become interest in BTS's audience, in ARMY's engagement. So what I do is before clicking on a new reaction video, I go to their channel and see if that first time reacting to BTS is true or not. Because the amount of times I've seen people title their videos first time reacting to BTS when they've been reacting for months or even years, it's annoying. I feel like the reaction channels who constantly clickbait their videos tend to be money hungry. Their content is lazy to begin with, and tricking an audience known to be an easy audience just feels cheap. If they don't like the title format of artist song reaction, they can be creative. It's possible, I've seen it. But there's no reason for this creativity.
And it does, when you say like first time watching, it does get more views. So if you look back to my oldest videos, when I first started watching like K-pop content, when I didn't know BTS, I generalized BTS as K-pop. I said non-K-pop fan reacting to K-pop, and those get way more views. And if I now say, non-K-pop fan reacting to whatever content that I'm reacting to, let's say for this Boracity magazine, I'll say non-K-pop fan reacting to Army YouTube is a mess, that will get more views than if I say Army YouTube is a mess reaction. But well, I am a fan now. I am an Army. I am an a K-pop BTS fan. I wouldn't say K-pop fan though.
To be deceiving. This is just a little personal opinion, but I find it deceiving and some type of clickbait the way some channels don't write the word reaction whenever they react to my videos, making it look like they are the ones about to do the commentary instead of someone else. Again, this goes back to the discourse on commentary channels versus reaction channels. I believe in transformative content because that's what I do. I don't have any problem with YouTubers reacting to my videos, but I don't like it when reaction channels present themselves as commentary channels because that's not what they are. If they are good in their reaction field, there's no reason to clickbait viewers. I want to believe that some of these channels do it unintentionally, but I can sense that others clearly know what they're doing. We also need to pay attention and stay away from misleading.
I'm gonna follow that. I think the videos that I reacted to on Boracity Magazine's videos, I definitely didn't put reaction in the back. Because it just, when you put reaction in the back, I thought the titles look cleaner without the reaction. But I see. I'll definitely take note of that. And also, when I say like a fan, BTS, and an ARMY, I think I am a fan. And genuinely a fan who likes listening to BTS. And in the beginning of my YouTube channel, it's funny because I am in the circle of people who was bodybuilders. Most of my friends are bodybuilders and powerlifters, and when I started listening to BTS and K-pop, they genuinely asked me, "Oh, are you reacting to BTS and K-pop because do you actually like them, or is it actually getting because it's getting more views?" And my answer in the beginning was, "Well, it's getting more views," because that was the truth. When I first reacted standing next to Jungkook in the first few videos, it got so many views. I thought, okay, I need to react to more of these videos because it's gonna get more views and more subscribers. That was my thought genuinely in the beginning. That's how I felt. It's gonna get more views, more subscribers, and it's gonna benefit me somehow. But then as I actually started listening to more music, and I caught myself listening to BTS music while I'm in the gym, while I'm not reacting to videos, while watching BTS shows, like In the Soup episode was a big show for me, where I genuinely started liking them. And that shift happened. And in the beginning, my thought when I was started reacting to Jungkook was, oh, this got so many views, I should make more videos like this. BTS, this group that I don't know has so many fans, I should react to more videos like this. But as I started watching them, I genuinely started liking them a lot more. And now I catch myself listening to BTS music, watching BTS shows, even when I'm by myself.
or exaggerated titles like "Hater reacts to BTS for the first time, will I change my mind?" That is just icky. Don't give them the attention they are desperately asking for. Another thing I do is a personal preference, but if I see that a channel is reacting to every single K-pop group in existence, I don't bother watching their BTS reactions because they tend to say positive comments about everyone to gain every fandom's engagement. I'm especially careful with those channels who react to 10 videos a day because it's mostly low quality commentary. It's almost never about having a genuine or entertaining conversation. It's about mass-producing reactions people are guaranteed to watch. There's no love or care for the quote-unquote content they make. It's all about those thousands of ARMY views. I remember there were these 4 guys who used to react to 10 videos a day with 0 commentary. And I loved these guys so much because they were genuinely so bad, it was fascinating. They would also react to my videos, and one time they said something stupid in one of my controversial videos and they received some criticism from ARMYs. So they deleted the video and continued reacting to my videos like nothing happened. They are now reacting to the same videos with other people. You know, monetizing the same content twice. But it's still fascinating. Their dedication to be as bland as possible and attract the worst of K-pop communities, like shippers and solos, should go to the history books. There is also this other channel that I find similar, but they are better at covering their tracks. They also gain a lot of subscribers because they react to 10 videos a day, but they were also nice and open-minded. However, once they reacted to one of my videos that requires K-pop fans to think a little about the industry they stan, they got defensive. I believe this is because they, just like the majority of K-pop reactors, love everything and everyone, and they don't want to think critically about anything. So there's no real analysis, because analysis sometimes leads to criticism. And
that is an easy trap to fall into too. When you're doing a reaction, it's quite easy to say only positive things because you know you're not going to get negative comments. That is a trap that I often catch myself falling into when I'm doing certain kind of reactions.
Think that their audience just want to hear praises for everyone. So they did an Amir. They started insulting their audience in their comments, and then they deleted their reaction. So future subscribers, including ARMYs, cannot find any of this. These type of reaction channels who upload 10 videos a day don't necessarily use clickbait on their thumbnails, but I consider the presentation of their channels some form of misleading content. These reactions after reactions can attract an excited fan looking for a channel with lots of reactions to their favorite artists, but they lack commentary and are almost never insightful or entertaining. So talking about commentary channels with deceiving clickbait, I'm going to address the best in this field: K-pop drama channels.
Well, I do really like BTS, but not because for them, but because...
Well, there's big entertainment factor to reaction channels too. I watch a lot of movie and anime reaction channels until this day that don't say much commentary, but just because it feels like camaraderie, our friend that is watching with me, I watch reaction channels for that reason. Sometimes I don't even like reaction channels that are doing too much commentary. It might be analytical and reasonable, a good commentary, but I don't like the fact that they're talking too much. I'll just watch it to watch it with them. I'll just watch it to see their reaction to a certain movie clip or an anime clip. So not everyone is watching for the commentary reasons. So reaction channels for me can be just for entertainment purposes too.
For me, like I want more BTS so that I can sustain my channel.
I think one of the main reasons the YouTube ARMY space is not as productive as Twitter ARMY or even TikTok ARMY is because we don't actually have a space here, and if we do, it comes with conditions. Twitter ARMYs and sometimes TikTok ARMYs surround themselves and have conversations with other ARMYs, but YouTube ARMYs interact most of the time under a borrowed space, a YouTuber's comment section, and this can create some problems. Reaction channels who react to BTS are constantly learning, and they don't know or care to share ARMY's goals, plans, and guides. There are exceptions like Shiki and Exceleste, but they really are exceptions. The ARMY conversation in a YouTuber's comment section is even worse when our borrowed space is a K-pop drama channel. You just need to see some of their thumbnails. K-pop drama channels have some of the most disgusting clickbait I've seen in my life, and it
I can see why this is like extremely clickbaity titles, and it'll get a lot of views too. I don't really consume any drama videos.
really bothers me that I've seen the same justification for them. They have horrible clickbait, but their actual video is respectful. I don't care. This type of really disgusting and false titles and thumbnails with bland commentary just prove that all K-pop drama channels want are those ARMY clicks without facing the consequences of misleading ARMY. I suggest to not engage with these videos at all. Don't click them, don't watch them, don't believe their alarming titles and thumbnails. Just look at them. This one says, OMG, Jungkook and Jimin attend Suga brother wedding.
It is bad to use extremely clickbaity titles, but I'm going to disagree here a little bit for the drama channels. If that certain channel is competing against other channels who are also making a drama video, right? BTS drama videos, if you have a clickbaity title, a clickbaity thumbnail, it gets more views than just having an honest title. And let's say you are putting the same amount of effort, but just by putting the thumbnail and title differently, you might get more views. And if you're competing on that in the YouTube sphere, people will, if you put an honest title and thumbnail, you will get less views. And even the Boracity magazine, she said, do not click on it. People are not going to follow that. People are going to follow more clickbaity titles. People are going to click on that clickbaity title and thumbnail. That's just how human nature works. So for the drama channels, maybe they are competing and trying to get more views. And if you're putting them on the same amount of effort in there, and the other 100 different channels are using the clickbaity titles and thumbnails, you're probably gonna try to use the same clickbaity title and thumbnails. It's just, that's how I see the YouTube, the drama sphere. Maybe that works, but I'm not sure. That's just my thought.
In Seoul, BTS at wedding event. None of this is real. Suga was not at his brother's wedding. It was a famous hairstylist wedding. Jungkook and Jimin were not there at all. These pictures are just very bad for...
See, but this is completely different. It's like, this is like on one of the extreme versions. But then at the end of the day, it's also seeing, does the channel, the drama channel, is actually speaking the truth, and is it honest? But this type of title and thumbnail, when you're photoshopping everything like this, now this is on the extreme view. This is absolutely ridiculous. But it's sad that it works. It's sad, but it does work on the YouTube.
The worst part is that once this K-pop drama channel faked this news, other channels copied it. This is an insane amount of people being misinformed. This other one says, RM live on Weavers with Jungkook announces military enlistment. And in the thumbnail, RM says, I'm going to military, and Jungkook responds, Hyun, please don't leave. None of this is real. Namjoon wasn't live on Weavers. Jungkook has never said any of this in any of his live streams. There was no military announcement at all. This one is crazy. It says Jungkook at police station after stalker arrested and takes action.
This is an absolutely different type of clickbait. This is just one extreme version. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But people click on this. People do click on it. And I think in the future, people will still click on these types of videos.
Against Sassen.
And that is definitely
Again,
sad.
none of this is true. There was no Jungkook at police station, no stalker arrested, no Sassen, no anything. It was all completely made up, but people believed it. And I'm not showing the worst. Some K-pop drama channels clickbait scandals surrounding death and illness.
Whoa.
It's truly disgusting.
I just don't want others to think I'm crazy. I
wasn't aware of this type of sphere, this drama.
want others to think I'm crazy.
Let me remind you that Taeyeon and HYBE sued this type of K-pop drama channels from South Korea, but they cannot do the same with international channels because the defamation laws are different in every country. So let's do our part. These channels damage BTS and make YouTube ARMY paranoid for no reason. These channels make a lot of money by fooling armies, and I assure you that in their comment sections there won't be a single productive conversation about our fandom goals or guys. It's useless conversation only.
And I'm pretty sure if you're on this drama channel, you can receive negative comments. And if you're a YouTuber, you can oftentimes block users, and so they cannot write. And if you only see positive comments, they're oftentimes probably blocking the users too.
Not everything is completely horrible in ARMY YouTube. Some of the most entertaining content are BTS funny videos and edits. These are actually pretty successful at attracting a lot of new fans. However, there are some channels and an audience of millions who think it's funny to add fake subtitles to videos of BTS reacting to their own videos and making it seem like they're reacting to something else.
I
just don't understand why someone would enjoy this. It's not only fake, but it's also boring. I even see some comments with requests to make fake subtitles to another video. They are giving fake reaction ideas. This type of audience is also the same audience who loves those nonsense voting community posts. So this is the YouTube army / K-pop conversation that has thousands and thousands of people participating. Who is your favorite idol with double eyelids? 800,000 votes. And the comments? All of them, to be honest. They are a hot dancer, a short hair goddess, a rap god, and a beautiful dancer. It's all about double eyelids. But this is about double eyelids, not about hair, dance, or rap. Because in that case, these others are better. I know, and I like all of their eyelids. This one is my favorite. Favorite K-pop idol with nose mole. This is a thing. Favorite K-pop idol with a mole on their nose. 500,000 votes. These are the comments. I can't vote between Tae and Jungkook, both are my favorites. The question is, which idol have mole on nose? And it's Tae. I think you should read the question first. Well, Jungkook also have mole on nose, and the question says, favorite idol with nose mole. Apparently, all the idols mentioned here have them. Today, I got to know Jungkook got mole on nose. Maybe
I can see the criticism in this too, but humans are gonna participate in things that just seems fun, but it might be a little bit too harsh. But these people they just might enjoy doing this polls and having conversations. They're getting a certain kind of dopamine hit. It's just people are using this for entertainment. Boracity magazine, she might be a little bit too harsh on this.
Forgot, I don't know. Who cares? Why are we talking about this? Why does favorite vampire in K-pop receive 750,000 votes? Now, I would recommend to not send hate to any comments or even the channels starting these conversations, because by the language I see in some community posts and comment sections, some channels with thousands of subscribers are literal kids. I'm talking 12 years old and younger. The real problem comes when these videos, posts, and comments are hyped up while comments informing about a new song, a current voting, or important news receive criticism. The amount of times I've seen people write, "It's not that serious, BTS doesn't need our help." And
I think it's a blurry line of what's entertainment and what's morally correct and incorrect. It's that blurry line, oftentimes with drama channels and this type of channels. I think it crosses the line when you start speaking lies. Right? When you start creating titles and thumbnails, that was a lie. When you start photoshopping Jungkook or Jimin, people who wasn't there, or when you start lying, saying, "Oh, this V Live, Jungkook did this and he said that, he did that." If it's a lie, then it is wrong. If it's creating a wrong narrative, then it is wrong.
Encouraging to not stream is concerning. This type of content is what gets recommended to YouTube armies. These are our conversations, and I hope
if it's not a lie, and if it's people who are just, again, a lot of this could be little kids. It's not that if there's a broad spectrum of K-pop listeners, or just let's take ARMY for example, just like in any population, in any group, there will be the one on the other end of the spectrum who are logical, who's actually good listeners and smart people, and then there's going to be the ones in the middle, and then there's going to be little kids and then there's going to be the crazy fans too. So it's always a broad spectrum, and I see it's morally incorrect if you're creating wrong titles, wrong thumbnails. That is absolutely a lie and dishonest, creating a wrong narrative that can cause harm in the world. That is absolutely wrong. But then there is probably polls like this. Well, polls like this, I can see that it can be, it's useless, I guess, for some reason, for some people. I'm not going to participate in those types of things, but maybe Boracity magazine, she might be a little bit too harsh. There's a lot of little kids who's probably an army, and maybe they just like participating in polls like this. I mean, why not? If it doesn't do any harm, and for some people, if they like to engage in these types of polls, why not? Why not engage in it? It's for them, it's just entertainment.
We can change this. I asked on Twitter if there's any reliable ARMY channel that covers BTS news. Most of the answers were sad, but here are some of their suggestions. Proceed with a lot of caution, however, because not everyone agrees. Remember to be a tough audience. Check how their channel looks before watching their videos. Check that they are not sharing rumors or unofficial information from sasaengs or the paparazzi. Watch multiple videos and decide by yourself if their content is too K-pop or too invasive or too attention-seeking or too clickbaity for you. But I would still recommend you to consider joining ARMY ARMY Twitter because it's fast. The negative side is that there can be a lot of toxicity. So to have a good experience there, you will have to clean your TL, which is basically blocking some toxic accounts that tweet misinformation, engage in fan wars, and spread solo or multi ideas. This is not something
So
that
if
you
I
can
want to
do
get
on
into ARMY Twitter, which accounts should I follow? Like the official BTS channels, and what other channels that gives you like fast updates on Twitter? What channels are
ARMY
really
YouTube.
trustworthy?
YouTube is the one recommending some channels over others, and you cannot really block them. On Twitter, you need to think critically about the accounts you decide to follow, but I consider most fan bases to be very professional. It's the personal fan accounts that need some skepticism before following them. Maybe you don't think it's necessary to follow ARMY fan bases in other platforms because YouTube guides and funny videos are enough to be updated, but they are not, and you won't really notice how much you're missing out by staying only on ARMY YouTube. The positive side is that this platform can work as both a social platform and a streaming platform. There's no Spotify ARMY or Apple Music ARMY or Tidal ARMY. I mean, there is, but they cannot interact with each other in these platforms. On YouTube, however, we can talk while we stream. I talk about it multiple times, but if you're not sure why every single ARMY should stream, please watch these videos. In summary, the industry does everything in their power to make us stream and buy less, because BTS's success is not the industry's profit. So they cheat, minimize, and steal from BTS in the hopes that their ARMY becomes lazy. So to prove them wrong, the best we can do right now is get back to our mentality from 2017 and 2018, when ARMY were accomplishing things with no industry support. I already talked in detail about what we can do to maximize our streams and go back to our 2017 mindset, but those felt more like suggestions. So in this video, I will be very clear. I want every ARMY watching this video to participate. If you don't want to share this video, that is fine, but you can still share the ideas. So, number 1, avoid watching color-coded videos. These are not official videos by BTS, and every view goes to a random K-pop channel, not to BTS. These become billions of BTS streams lost. So if you're one of the ones complaining about YouTube deleting views on official music videos, you should not help them by watching these unofficial videos. Number 2, do not write spam comments. We've been saying this for years, but comments with emojis don't freeze views.
These are really good all precautions to take if you're a genuine fan of BTS and ARMY. But for most people, I think we all have like our work. If you're studying on university, we're also studying university, and we like watching BTS and listening to their music because we genuinely enjoy their music. But for a lot of people, we cannot always stay updated on everything, right? But these are good guidelines to have while you're watching BTS.
It's a myth. The only way emojis could freeze views is when it's all you write again and again. But writing a comment with one emoji or two won't affect views. What actually can be considered a bot is someone replying no emoji to every comment. So don't copy and paste your comment everywhere, or your views will be deleted. If you see an actual spam comment and someone already called it out, either ignore or like the response, but responding the same thing over and over again can be an excuse for YouTube to consider your account a bot account and delete your views. Number 3, act normal. By this, I mean the YouTube definition of normal. This means log into your YouTube account, turn off autoplay, and don't loop the videos. Turn YouTube's volume all the way up and control your computer's volume. You cannot really watch a video with less than 480p quality, so make sure it's at least this number. Watch other BTS music videos, dance practices, and Bangtan bombs, as well as other unrelated videos you like. Most importantly, interact with the videos. If you want to go back 5 or 10 seconds to rewatch your favorite part, do it. Like the video, leave a comment, and respond to other ARMYs. Number 4, forget about the first 24 hours rule. A lot of people stream a music video a lot of times in the first 24 hours and then forget about it. The first day views are important, but believe me, longevity is so much more valuable. So remember to stream every day. In the first 24 hours, it's better to not use playlists because YouTube recognizes these views days after. But for longevity, it's okay to use playlists occasionally because sooner or later your views will be counted. What I still prefer to do is use playlists the days I'm very busy, but the other days I manually add the videos to a queue. This takes me less than a minute and it has the advantages of a playlist. Finally, remember to make it fun. Streaming is simply listening to music, so don't only use Spotify. Listen to BTS from their music videos while you clean, drive, cook, or study. If you don't have the time to listen to music, take 4 minutes of your day to watch at least one music video a day, because one is better than none. Just remember to switch one BTS video and one solo video every day, and prioritize the new songs. And just a heads up, when streaming Amygdala, try to do it manually, because when it's on a playlist, it may not play. Since there's explicit content, you need to accept the conditions. So if I'm very busy and need to use a YouTube playlist, I always play Amygdala first and then click on a playlist or start a queue. Number 5, get YouTube Premium. If you can
These are good guidelines to have and have in the back of your mind. But again, a lot of people have school and work, and we're listening to and watching to BTS for because we like them, because we like their music, because for entertainment reasons. For most people, I don't think we cannot do these things, right? Oftentimes, but it is a really good guideline to have.
afford it and you really want to make sure that every single one of your streams is counted, get YouTube Premium. You won't get any ads. You will be able to
also,
listen
if you
to
have
videos.
like a lot of rules while trying to listen to BTS, it detracts from the enjoyment and joy of listening to BTS. So when I'm working out, I have my Spotify playlist, and I have certain BTS songs in there. I have certain non-BTS songs in there. I have techno music, I have funk music in there too, and it just plays how I saved it. And if I think, in order to play BTS music, I have to do these certain things, then it's gonna add this certain kind of friction in between, and it's gonna make me enjoy the BTS content a little bit less. But I just like to consume BTS how I consume any other content, and I watch them and I listen to them because I enjoy them, and I like listening to them when I'm working out. I like watching their TV shows when I'm eating something.
While your screen is locked, you will have access to some free movies, including Burn the Stage the movie and the series, and you will automatically have a YouTube Music account, which is a streaming platform just like Spotify or Apple Music. You will be able to listen to full albums, make your own playlist, and easily switch from audios to music videos. So that's it. Army YouTube has a lot of potential, and I really hope we can all reinvent this space. Let's be careful with the way we interact with reaction channels. Let's ignore clickbait and K-pop drama channels. And let's talk about important releases and the fandom's goals while we watch these funny edits and music videos.
Wow, this was a really interesting video, and I think this is probably why I like her channel. It's quite analytical, and she's not scared to say certain things. She has her own logical reasons why she says certain things, and through her analytical logical views, she says it without being scared. And probably this is why her videos are always extremely entertaining to watch. And maybe I've said a few things on this video that might be opposite of what she said, but that's what I thought, and I'm probably gonna get a few negative comments on this. But at the end of the day, for most people, I think we all have school and jobs, and we like watching BTS and we like listening to BTS music just because we like them, and there's not many reasons other than that. Right? I like to watch BTS shows when I'm watching a movie, or if I'm gonna react to something. It's a lot more fun to do a reaction and see you guys' comments on here. And I like listening to BTS music when I'm working out. And that's it. For the last part, I think that was my note. That was my comment.